Right, we're live. Hi everyone, welcome to Peter Ray's Adventures. Welcome to the latest live stream. We have a guest, Tom. Welcome. Cheers for popping on. We'll wait a few seconds for people to pop on the chat. Obviously, I know there's not another live going on, but if you want to say hi, just mute myself. Then more than welcome to ask some questions in the chat. And so what we'll do, as people have not popped in yet, we'll do this twice when more people pop in, but do you want to explain a bit about yourself and a bit about your YouTube channel and your reselling journey?
Yes, mate. So basically, my name's Tom. I started doing YouTube about 5 months ago now.
Yeah.
And I'm new to reselling as well. I was a plumber before I started reselling. Yeah, the money's pretty good, but what I found was the quality of life wasn't there, Peter, you know? I was spending so much time on the tools, and on the evenings, I was sat in front of the computer, I was doing invoicing, chasing quotes, going out on weekends.
Blimey, yes,
and we've just had another baby as well. So I just thought, you know what? Quality of life's not there. Let's do something that allows me to spend more time with my family, essentially. So I decided to quit the plumbing, get a part-time job 3 days a week at Morrison's, doing home delivery, which is quite needed right now, which is good.
Well, totally, yeah, definitely.
And start selling online. And what inspired me actually to get going online was Nick and Andrea Hills's videos, because I was looking on the internet on kind of looking at sort of how to make money online, and I came across their YouTube channel, and I basically binge watched their YouTube channel.
Blimey, that takes days and days, yeah.
Yeah, it took a long time, and right back to 5 years ago, or maybe a bit further than that, when he was selling Lego. So yeah, I've been binge watching him. I thought, well, I can do that. That sounds really good. And I've always been a big fan of kind of like American pickers, and I've always liked the idea. And my wife says to me that it's a great solution for my hoarding tendencies, because I'm a bit of a hoarder. You know, I like things.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be able to have things in, play with it, and then sell it on, which is great. So yeah, it's cool though. I love it. I love the buzz of going out and hunting for treasures, and it's not been a complete success, mind you. I've had a few. Oh
no, I think we all do that though. Have a few, yeah.
Yeah, I've had to learn a lot. I've had to do a lot of research.
Oh yeah, I'm still learning. 3 years later.
More kind of I want to get into more kind of selling antique type things. Like,
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch Antiques Arena quite a bit.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. He's very good for antiques.
Yeah, I watch him quite a bit. I quite like the old advertising signs in quite grimy stuff, so I wouldn't mind kind of getting into that. But right now, I basically sell whatever I can get my hands on. And I joined a Discord group, a selling Discord group. It was Jay started it up, the Lazy Sloth. I don't know if you know him.
Possibly, yeah.
And and it's great on there because we're always kind of helping each other out and trying to identify products and looking at value of product, and it's a great Discord to be a part of. So I joined that as well. So I feel like I'm starting to get into the kind of reselling community a bit.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to do.
Yeah, so I had this opportunity to come on and have a chat with you. I thought it'd be great, so people can kind of see who I am, really. And
definitely get to know you a bit better. Yeah, that's cool.
So my videos, the first video, I talk about why I went into reselling, like I just told you there, and it's basically a journey I'm on. And I'm
most are, a journey from when you start to,
Talk about bad things.
Yeah.
This is the very first thing I bought, and it never went. And I thought, that looks brilliant. Let's talk about making mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that looks brilliant. I'll get loads for that. It's this antique tin, money box. I thought, fantastic. Then it up to 15, then it went down to 10, and then it went down to
but that can be your channel mascot. Keep it as a mascot.
It is my mascot now. I'm with it, so it's a keeper. And the wife likes it, so it's not so bad.
So what I'll do, I'll pop in the chat and see we got in. We've got lovely Mr. Blobby, subscribed the other day. Thank you for popping in.
He subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, by the way.
Yeah.
He subscribed yesterday.
Yeah. LGG, Fred Chapman, Reseller Kid. Hello. Derek, which is Tap Peddler. That's what I'm saying. Once you get to know people's first names, you'll go, because normally when you start off, you go Tap Peddler, and you think who's, but you go, that's Derek, and you've got Fred Chapman, Sail Away. Yes, I do know that, and we've sorted it out because we're local. Don't worry. Georgina's popped in. Yep, Reseller Kid's in the Discord as well, apparently.
Yeah, he is. Good kid. I like him.
Who else we got in? We've got Oliver Ian, just popping in. Chris Tyler, Mr. R.Y. Young. Flipping Sloth. Hello. Nathan.
Hey, how you doing, man?
There's quite a few. Mr. Blobby's saying there he loves your, if I can find it, if you don't jump, creativity on your videos.
Yeah, thanks, mate. What it is I don't have much room, and I've got 3 kids in the house. So I was trying to think of what I can do. So I decided to buy this green room kind of setup. Initially, it was going to be for photos, and then I started to use a little bit of editing software that I use, and I started to play around with it, and I really enjoy doing that. So yeah, thanks for noticing that. Yeah,
that's what I like doing. It can be a pain editing, but you have to sort of work out your time, how much time you've got to do with your reselling. Obviously, your job and what else, and then you've got your life, your kids, and then you're reselling. Because obviously, reselling takes probably about at least 50% up. Because obviously, you can get some good sales from doing it, and then obviously, then you're packing, and then you got to think, right, if I've sold X amount of stuff, say 20 items over the weekend, you think, right, I've got to go and source. If you've only got a small backlog, then you're thinking, right, time to source, time for this. But it does take quite a long time to kind of do with reselling plus with your life as well.
100%. I spend hours on editing something. But it's quite handy because I use what do I use? I use Power Director.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
from my phone. Yeah, so I could do it all from my phone. So I could kind of like sit in the living room, watch telly, and kind of do my editing. What makes things easier for me is the eBay scanner as well. So I take all my photos one day, and then I'll research the product on my phone, then sell similar, on the
this is simple.
And sort of fill in the blanks, and then process the listing that way, and that saves a bit of time. Yeah,
it's always good to save a bit of time, obviously. Yeah.
Making videos does take up a lot of time, but I'm not in it for the money or the subs or anything like that. The reason I've done the videos or started doing the videos was I'm quite a social person, Peter. I'm quite charismatic in the way I approach life. I'm quite outgoing, and reselling can be quite lonely. It's quite a lonely job, and I never knew that YouTube was used as a form of social media.
Yes,
and when I discovered that, I thought that can be something that I can get involved in. That's a community of like-minded people that are doing the same job as me that I can get involved in, and I can sort of list in work, and you're not so lonely. Do you know what I mean? It kind of opens
I know what you mean.
Bit, which is great. Yeah, so I've done it for that reason, and once I got kind of the bug for the video and making the videos, I just kind of love doing it. So, and I try to produce the best content I can with the means that I have.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people here have subscribed. If you're not subscribed to Tom's channel, the link is down below in the description. Do go and subscribe. Give him some nice comments and view his videos as well. But yeah, it's always good to have another one on board, because obviously when I was watching Nick Hill's first off back in summer of 2016, a long time ago, I was looking at all the YouTubers. Back then there was only UK probably about 10, if that, 10 YouTubers, and over the years everyone seems to have taken onto their own, done their own sort of videos, and now it's in the region, which leads me to my next question, into the region of probably hundreds of UK YouTubers. So my next question is going to be, with the YouTube side of things, what type of YouTube videos do you watch, and Do you have any favourite resellers you watch, or?
Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of obviously Nick and Andrea Hills. I'm a big fan of them. I sent them out a present actually not long ago, which he revealed on one of his Sunday chats, which was
I think
cool.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife. I was in the hospital at the time. My wife was just having a baby, and I logged on just to have a look at the channel. I'm a big fan of Nick. DB Resellers, I really like watching him.
DB Resellers, really Damien. Awesome. Yep.
Damien, yeah, I'm useless with names, by the way, guys. I've probably forgot.
I don't know. It's taken me 2 years to get used to it.
Yeah, Jay Flipping Sloth. I enjoy watching his stuff as well. He's pretty good. Yeah. I like the Reselling White Boy and his sort of the trio, the 4 gang, and they've created.
Oh, the gang, yeah.
I quite like them. Yeah, they're quite entertaining to watch as well. I do like to watch a few American channels as well. So I like to watch Rally Roots. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah, I know.
I do like. Yeah, because they've given me some great tips and advice. I do like to watch them. And there's another American one. I wonder if he's on now. I spoke on his stream. Oh, it must have been kind of 5 weeks ago.
Righto.
Maybe a bit longer. Cajun Reseller. That's it.
I think vaguely I've heard of him. I've not seen him, but I think I've seen him in one of the channels I follow in America. Yeah.
Yeah, so I watch him, and another American one I watch is Tommy Bernard's show. I don't tend to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch his lives. I watch his lives. His lives are good, but they go on for about 6 or 7 hours, and I can't cope with that much. But
what do you stay up at 3 o'clock in the morning and start watch all the way through, or do you just pick up points? Because as I say, it goes on quite a while.
I just kind of the points, or I'll do catch up and kind of skip forward a little bit to see what gets or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
The 2 Aussie.
Oh yeah, 2 Aussie from America, from Australia. Sorry, yep.
Yeah, they're really cool. I'm trying to think. I've watched so many. Yeah,
there's too many to think about, to be honest.
Yeah, it was the guy with the beard. I forget his name now. He's got a really quite an action intro. The Carbooters? No, is it the Carbooters? I can't think.
Action intro, beard. What country are you talking about? UK or is it?
UK, yeah, UK.
Oh, what, the Extreme Booters?
Extreme Booters, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He started doing some lives as well, which is great.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I watch him.
That's quite a good collection to watch.
More I want.
Yeah, it's just the fact.
I watched the jar. Yeah, there's.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's just the fact that I find you've got to sort of limit how many resellers or even YouTube you watch. Because I found that times I've been watching more YouTube a week than I've done reselling, and it's affecting my business.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, Peter. I do exactly the same, mate. I spend more time on YouTube than what I do relist or list products in my store. And I've just changed over to a shop recently as well, so that's quite exciting.
Yeah.
I've got that. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm always binging on YouTube because you learn. I've learned so much just from watching these guys, watching what they're picking. Yeah,
definitely.
Selling,
you do, yeah.
And it makes you think twice. Because I remember when I first went into a charity shop, because I started off selling things around the house. I decided to use money. I didn't want to use any of the money that was coming into the house. You know, my wife was in agreement with me if I didn't spend the house money. So I started selling things we didn't need, and then I started selling things from the van when I finished. And then I used that money when I went into my first charity shop to buy produce. And I remember hours and hours. I must have spent 40 hours of binge watching YouTube before I went in. And I walked in, and I must have been so bombarded with information. I just
you try to think, I've seen this on this channel,
I didn't even know what to do. I think I walked out with like a couple of DVDs or something silly, you know, and that stupid thing back there, which was mainly mascot. So I started to make notes. So I started to do my own research because I find that it's great listening and watching and seeing what people sell, but there's nothing more productive than going on to YouTube, going on to eBay and searching a niche or a product that you like to sell, and then going to the sold listings, sold highest, and writing down the top 10. I love board games, and I went on to, so what I've done for research is I went on to eBay, put in board games, went highest to lowest, and ripped down the top 10 and I memorized them. So when I go out now picking, I'm aware of the best-selling board games.
Ah,
And
okay.
I've done the same with VHSs in,
Oh, yeah.
and all sorts of electrical goods in. And I've gradually started to build my own, knowledge
Knowledge of it,
independently
yeah.
from YouTube. But it's great. It's
Yeah,
great to research.
it's always good
You
to
need,
have knowledge
you
from
need to
that
do
sort
your
of
own, you need to do
area,
your own,
yeah.
You need to do your own research as well as YouTube. Though YouTube's
Yeah,
great.
oh, definitely, yeah.
You have got to do your own as well.
Yeah, it's always good to have the knowledge, so you can walk into a car boot, a jumble sale, a charity shop, and 2 seconds in, you go, oh, without having to go, I've got to go through eBay, check it out, this. You know straight away. That's it. You know what it's worth. You know what you can get back. That's done. It's easy. I've got like lots and lots of notes. As you can see, there I took lots of screenshots and things of different things. So I just go through, like from match attacks all the way to boots, camera bags, all sorts of stuff. And I'll just go through.
And there's little things as well. There's a bloody fly flying away. There's little things as well. Like I live on a farm, by the way, and there's this fly buzzing around. There's little things as well, like looking at graphics on certain things. You know, I walked into a charity shop before they closed.
Right.
And I seen a DVD there, and the graphics were great on it. They were quite old graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked it up. I paid 25p for it, and I sold it for 19.99.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Yep.
So sometimes it's not. If you can't, like me, I'm useless with names. If you can get used to the type of art and the type of graphics that were used years ago, in the 60s and 70s, etc., then it starts to give you an eye for vintage and
definitely,
original sort of things. Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, that's good. Let's have a look in the chat. Reseller Kid there says it doesn't like to take any longer than 45 minutes editing. Depends on what type you're editing and how far you go with it. I can spend probably 2, 3, 4 hours editing videos, even longer than that. And some people can spend all day editing, but it kind of depends on what's what. Let's have a look down the chats. Reselling Kid says he started reselling in September. Been doing for 9 months now. Had some ups and downs. Kept me busy and not sitting around all the time. Fair enough. Gets you going. Andrew's popped in. And the usual, what he says there. Hello, ladies. Let's have a look in the chat quickly. So it jumps quite a lot. Aaron's popped in. Thanks for popping in. Aaron, any question, then do ask away. I've got a few questions of my own to say. Oh, looks like we have another guest come on. Mr. Blobby. Oh.
You're right,
hello.
Folks. I just thought I'd make like a guest appearance as well as Sarge as a guest appearance, so yeah.
Yeah, of course, it's always good to put a name to a face.
Yeah, especially. I've been around I don't want to take the spotlight from you away, Tom, as such, but I've been around for about 2 months, something, reseller community.
Yeah.
And yeah, just put a name and face, isn't it? It's nice to know who the person is behind that.
It definitely is, yeah. Always is, yep.
But yeah,
thanks for subscribing to my channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Alongside I do private selling as such, but I'm going to do obviously reselling content as well. But I'm a marketer and a marketing student, and I run my own marketing consultancy. It's not a plug, but I'm just saying my role. And I really like to see creative content. And I think both you guys here are really engaging content. And the issue is there's many resellers that are coming out now, and it's great because everyone's got their own style, everyone's got their own unique flavor and taste.
Yeah.
And this is an issue, right? Because we're all getting hooked on it. And this is a real issue for us because, like you said previously just then, we're not focusing on our own stuff, but it's really great to see all this great content, this great focus, and this great unique style. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing to see everyone's individualities like shining.
Oh, it definitely is, yeah. It definitely stood, especially from everyone from around the world and with this great community we can be a part of. And then obviously, come on to put a name to a face, and it's always nice for that. Whereabouts are you from, though, David?
So around about Newcastle area.
Oh,
So,
there's a few
it's
from
probably-
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the best weather, is it? But we take what we get. We take what we get.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's always nice to sort of see who lives near you, because I've got quite a few who live near me. It's always nice to see, because obviously as you get more noticeable, you go out to places and then you get noticed, and then you start chatting to people and this that, and the other, and then you put a name to a face that way, or so yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's when the people in the Carboots recognise you. Oh, you're that guy on YouTube, and then their prices go up 20%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah.
But I don't get that. I don't. I go to the car boots for my own pleasure, and then if I want to sell anything, I sell like something on the side.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So yeah, it's more of a collectible side of things.
Yeah. Just when you're doing YouTube
however
for
you want to take
a few
it.
years, you get noticed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
fair enough.
Eventually, I want to be able to do reselling full time. I'm actually looking at a unit soon. I'm hoping to get. It's a nice big unit, and it means I can actually go to work. I think I'll get a lot more done.
I believe you would. Yeah, definitely.
Going to work and getting a full work day in. Because when you've got 3 kids,
that's fair enough.
Family, it can be difficult to get listing done. I have to clear the kitchen and clean before I could take pictures or set anything up.
Yeah.
It'd be hard, and I feel like sometimes I'm sat here quite late at night listing because the wife needs help in the day with the baby and
yeah, of course, yeah.
I just want to say, Peter, as well. So I'm giving out at the minute. Can I just quickly say
of course,
this?
yeah. You can talk about them. Let me just put you on the screen when you.
So I'm giving out these packs. I don't know if you can see. So basically, there's some face masks there and a cover there. I have 5 left. I've given a few out in our Discord group, and the way that I've been suggesting people to use them, if I can just get them. So this is what they look like. Basically, they're like this.
Oh, lovely.
They've got holes in the front. They go around like this.
Go around,
like that. So they're quite comfortable, and you put the mask on the inside.
Right.
Like that, and then the whole thing goes around like that, and it's a Velcro strip at the back. Now I've got 5 packs left. If you want a pack, then go to my YouTube channel, go onto one of my latest videos, and you'll see an Instagram link there. If you click the Instagram link and drop me a message, I'll send you out a pack. And they're for people that need them for car boots, essentially.
Yeah, be awesome. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Cool to have. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Brilliant. Rummage around Kieran's popped in. I think it's Kieran. Yep, popped in. If I remember the names rightly. Lucy's popped in as well. MTS Reselling. You got any questions? Then ask away. Just go down the chat. You'll probably jump in a sec. Yeah. Sorry. Hey, Mr. Blobby.
Seems a few people.
So, David, what was the name behind Mr. Blobby? Because I know obviously it's Origin.
Sure. So basically, it's as small as you have like kind of a TV show you just watch as a child, right? And it's just one that sticks all around. So for me, it was like either balancing between Rosie and Jim. You probably heard. And then Mr. Blobby, right? And he kind of came in trend recently, like 4 years ago, with the Americans being like, "Who is this character? They're scaring so many people away." How could this person kind of thing? And when you think about it, it is true. Like, he is really scary when you think about it. But in retrospect, as a child, you don't think this, right?
Actually, Noel Edmonds?
Yeah, and Noel Edmonds' house party. Yeah,
something that just reminded me of my childhood, and then the name just came back, right? And it was just something that stuck realistically. I'll be honest with you, but yeah. And
it's always good to have a different type of name than the usual reselling type, like someone pickers or reselling related like that.
Well, until Noel Edmonds starts to sue me, then I've got an issue then. But until then, I'm fine. Honest, so,
I'm sure he won't even notice. Sure he won't notice, to be honest.
No.
So going back to your unit, Tom, how far is your unit you're looking into? Is it quite far away, or is it a short distance drive?
It's quite a short. It's about a 20-minute drive. It's not too bad. I basically live if you go through my videos, you see some of the views. Carl makes a few comments, and Carl's in, I'm not sure, but
Right.
if you are, hi Carl. I live on a farm in the middle of basically nowhere, and it's really nice. There's just fields behind me, fields in front of
Oh,
me.
lovely.
So
Yeah.
you need a car basically to
Mhm.
live here. It's about a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive into Knaresborough from where I live in Ripon. And yeah, it's a big unit. It's massive, actually. I'll be able to get a lot of racking in there. I'll be able to get a
Nice one. Yeah.
photography station up. I'll be able to get a packing table up.
Yeah, it'd be good for your videos as well.
Yeah, and it'd be free as well, which is a bonus.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's basically my wife, uncle. He's got offices there essentially, and he's got a full upstairs that he doesn't use. And I've put a word in that I'm interested in using it. And yeah, I'll probably have to work it off. Maybe put a boiler in for him, or and a few
that's fair enough. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, like
because he's not using the space, he'd be quite happy to give it to me, but he might want me to do a bit of work in return, which is fine.
I think the work in between is completely fine to do, no, right? Because when you think about it, it's like a mental state, right? It's like a job. And when we think about it, we have like a HR department within a job. But when we work for ourselves, we are the HR department. We're all these departments within outside ourselves. And that HR department within outside ourselves is really important, right? Because it's not just the fact of going out physically doing something, and it's more so the mental side of it as well. And I think having some people do work great from home and doing it from home, and it's also a pressure of not being able to do it elsewhere because you have the financial pressure or commitments as you can't go elsewhere. But if you have the opportunity to go elsewhere, I really think you should try it because it just relieves so much stress, and it just relieves your home area and also your working area, and you're not getting the two mixed up, and this can kind of help with focus.
It's nice to leave the tools in the van and come in the house, isn't it? You know, at the minute my house is my space as well, so it could kind of feel a bit over, you know, a bit overwhelming at times, but crack on anyway. You know, it's a journey for me, you know, so
yeah, definitely.
I've not put any of my money into it, so I'm literally, you know, making money, putting it in, and just seeing where it takes me. Eventually I like to do it full, but I'm not making enough sort of average mean, I guess, each month right now to go full time. I mean, I've had really good sales. Last week I took 400 in sales. Excuse me. The week before that I took 1,200 in sales.
Yeah.
But this week I haven't put much at all. So there's not an average yet. But once it sort of balances out and I have an average mean for monthly, so I can pay myself a salary essentially, then I will smash into it kind of full time, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds good though, because obviously when you get your new unit, then you can sort of like balance it out with like just being that unit focused. Because obviously when you're at home, you've got life happening all around you. Like it's say your kids, and then you've got other stuff. And then if you're watching YouTube, you get distracted or anything else. So throughout your unit, you can just focus, and that's it. Which is a lot better to get a balance for the amount of money, obviously.
Yeah, but you got to put the foundation stuff in first, haven't you? You know.
Oh, of course, you got to put it all in first. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So keep progressing, keep growing, keep pushing, keep pressing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just keep doing it. Yeah.
And YouTube's great for motivation as well. You know, I find it quite motivating watching some people, which helps press and push as well. So yeah, it's all good. It's all money.
Yeah, YouTube definitely. Yeah, as you say, a good motivational thing. Because I know when I first started, I sort of just delved into reselling back in summer of no, actually I think it was beginning of 2016, just selling a few bits around my house, and then I delved into YouTube back in May 17, when I was watching before like Nick and Andrea, Z and Bex, the usuals, and I was going through. I think that would be good to actually be able to do that, and then I was like, okay, right, how's it going to fit with my life and fit around me and wherever else, and it's actually helped in a very number of ways, like not just being able to reach out to the community or meet people or that sort of thing. It's just helped me with sort of like life aspects and being more confident, be able to do these type of videos and and that sort of thing is, I always applaud anyone, if you get a chance to create your own content, then look into it and try and make your content different from someone else's, and then you gain your core audience, and you'll be able to like branch out. If you're looking into branching out that way, like a lot of resellers do, use their YouTube as another platform to promote what they're selling or what their ideals are. For example, like George Ross does, because obviously with Nick as well, he has so many subscribers where he sells things instantly when people say, "I would like that from so-and-so video," which is always a good thing.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great for sales, isn't it? YouTube as well.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And TACSSHACK is the name I come up with, the name I want to brand. And if you watch
definitely.
my first video, you'll see how I come up with that. Pretty random. Yeah, I absolutely love reselling, Peter. I love the hunt. You know, I love going.
Yeah,
out.
the hunt. Yeah, the hunt is great.
I'm not too keen on the listing side of things and giving things away.
I think that's everyone's issue, though, isn't it? I think the reselling side of it, well, the listing side of it, I should say. But like you said there, the YouTube definitely helps, and you might think, oh, it's taking up my time, right? But like you said there, I really do recommend trying it out, and it's something I'm going to do myself if I start doing reselling as such. And the reason is, even though you think it takes up some of your time, it's a sense of you have then a commitment to kind of upload videos, and then you also have that commitment of having quality in these videos, and you also then need to list that as well for the content, right? So it may take up more time to begin with, but as you build up that fan base, then you have the commitment there.
Yeah.
And then this actually gives you more time and more motivation then for your eBay store kind of thing.
Yeah, YouTube's
definitely.
Been a learning for me. I got absolutely stung with copyright music, and I was trying to figure out where to get my music for YouTube. So yeah, I just decided to make my own, because I play guitar and I play drums, and so I thought, yeah, why not just make my own?
Yeah,
beat?
might as
So
well.
yeah, so I started playing around with that. So yeah, that's been fun. But again, it does take up more time, because it's another bit of footage that you have to edit.
You have to do and record and then edit through.
Yeah. So it takes a bit more time.
Yeah, you've got to do your balancing act with it all. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good that I'm able to kind of like introduce my hobbies into my.
It's always a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's thinking about what else could you do with that time, right? So if you kind of you think, oh, it's going to take up a lot of time to kind of make these music or create it, but then you got to think, okay, like what else would I be doing with that time? And it might just be something similar, right? It's not adding like value, but whereas that is adding value to your own skill set, right? And I think that's more important than maybe what you could be doing if you reality think about it and you were just a bit laid back. And it's more so of you think in that moment it's not like value, but it is later on when you think about it later on in time.
I'm sure my wife could think of 100 things I could be doing other than YouTube and my drum. Putting the tea on, changing nappies and bath time and bedtime.
Yeah.
My wife's a bit of a soldier, so I have to take my hat to her.
Don't push it too far. Yeah.
Fair enough. Let me just dip in the chat and see if you've got any questions. Quite far up the chat. Westside Gary's popped in. Thanks for popping in. Lisa C there as well. Let's have a look down the chat. We'll jump in a sec. The Truth's popped in from America. Cheers popping in. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Best live chat. Cheers. DB Resells. Let's have a look there. Down the chats. Anyone going to go car booting this Sunday? I'm hoping to. Double check my car boots on, but we looked with the weather. I don't know. I'll have to double check. So you got any car boots coming up, Tom?
I'm planning to 100%. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I got to spend the money I took out last week to go car booting. I went to 4 car boots on Sunday. 3 of them were closed, and one of them had about 8 sellers and about 50 buyers. And I bought 3 items out of desperation. I think probably,
it's just trying to make sure you have enough change nowadays. because obviously what's going
It's
on.
just keeping that social distancing. I'm more worried about. That's why that's why I got these packs up together.
Yeah,
and just
of
making
course, yeah,
sure-
that's always a safety thing. What you got? Yeah, I've got one at home, a mask, proper mask, yeah.
Yeah,
So I'll be wearing that as well, and
being
with a hand
prepared.
gel and all that. Because
And I'm not
obviously
scared
it's
of being assertive either,
Yeah.
Peter. You know, if someone steps in my space, I'll be telling them, get out of my space. you
oh
know.
yeah, I do
think
that
you have
anyway.
to,
I was doing
don't
that
you?
before with jumbles and stuff. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
can't stand it if anyone goes
So-
in my space.
But
Yeah.
definitely going on Sunday. I need to. I'm running out of stock, mate. I've already
Oh,
got anything
yeah.
left on
Tell
the
me about
shelf.
it. And that's why I've been sourcing more
I-
online on Facebook and Spock and that sort of
Don't get me
thing.
wrong, I've listened to you and your videos and the tips, and I have been sourcing off Gumtree and Spock
Yeah.
in Marketplace, but it's not where my passion is. I love to go out. I love to
Oh,
get
of course,
out
yeah,
and
yeah.
estimate,
I love to go out as well.
and actually do the picking. You know?
Yeah,
I was
I love to go out and
thinking
meet people and chat to managers in charity shops and people around the car boot and stuff. And because obviously, as you probably know, you like when you go around the car boots and stuff. I've been doing it a long time, and you get to know people, get to know stall holders. You get to sort of be friendly with them, and then you get to sort of have their card, and then you get to sort of phone them up whenever you like. So if you've got any more stock in, or get them to text you, that sort of thing. Build up relationships in that sort of sense. So I've been missing that because my car boots haven't been on since September. 1st September was the last one because obviously it rained quite a lot down in the southeast where I am. So it's like be good to get. But it was good to see George Ross's and some of the others and Nick and Andrew Hills's videos just to know what's going on. So you're more prepared to actually see it firsthand.
I mean, at the end of Nick's video, you know, Andrea was saying that she was feeling a bit anxious, you know, where people were kind of invading her space a little bit.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
And, it can be quite scary.
I know my car boot are saying like they've got like a one-way system round. Because normally I just go one to one, but you go up and then you go round. But I'm not sure if people will exactly abide by that. Because obviously they can't have, with the amount of people they have there, sort of the staff there, they can't like go around the whole car boot and tell people not to do it. It's difficult. You've got to do it at your own sort of pace. But as you say, you've got to tell people to step back. You know the rules, because obviously you've seen what's happening previously in the last few days. So it's crazy. But yeah.
What I liked about the car boot that Nick went to was they did give him rules to read. There wasn't sort of the set boundaries. And,
the set,
and the staff were wearing masks, and some of the resellers were wearing masks. So people were making precautions in that, which was great. Not like the one I went on Sunday where, well, it was just a free for all. It wasn't very pleasant at all.
Yeah.
You know, so if some car boots are doing that, then that's
yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm hoping my one will as well. They've got a whole list of what they're doing on their website, so I'm always checking that daily. So they've need to update it since last Friday, but they were checking with the local council to make sure, according to government guidelines, to make sure they can actually open. So fingers crossed, touch wood, but they will update the website and be allowed, because it was a good car boot. I've got like 4 or 5 I can go to. But it's just, I want to go to my local just to suss it all out. Don't want to travel too far in case I get nothing or it's not even on. So.
Because I live in a village as well, Peter. Like my brother, my closest car boot is a 45-minute drive.
Oh, I see. You feel isolated from the boots. Yeah.
So when I went out Sunday, it took me 2 hours to actually find a car boot that was open, and that was at Bradford.
Yeah, and that'd be 2 hours. You could be done something.
The best thing about villages is the jumble cells. There's always jumble cells in every Methodist church. There is a jumble cell on.
Right,
Guaranteed. And the amount of stuff you could pick up at these jumble cells, for pounds, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely. I had quite a few jumbles back in January to March. I went to about 8 or 9 locally, because where I live, it's a town, and I'm 40 minutes from London via train. Oh well, you're about that, yeah. So I'm quite close to a lot of, because I can go out in certain directions to the countryside, but like where I am, I could probably go about 15-mile radius and have jumble sales, car boots and all sorts. But as you say, you live quite far out, and it can be quite difficult. What do you do for when you post your items, Tom? Do you have local post offices or?
Yeah, well, again, this is where the Discord group that I'm a part of has been really helpful, because there's two guys on there. It was Jay and I'm so bad with names. Brian and Brian. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, in the chat. And they talked to me through how to set up Packlink and Royal Mail online. So I'm starting to print my own labels now and drop them at a drop point, and that is great. That's saving me so much time and saving me so much money, because I used to send everything by second sign for, and I don't do that now. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. So I'm saving half my costs there. And did you watch that video, Nick? He was talking about his laser printer and how fantastic his laser printer was.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Well, I took a tip. So I was on a couple of sites online, and I came across one guy who was giving away a laser printer, and I managed to get in there, and I got this Samsung laser printer here for free. 300 quid laser printer. I was so chuffed with it. So I got that. So I'm printing labels out really quick. It's not as good as a Zebra, though. I hear the Zebra is the one.
Yeah, I think the Zebra is probably the best. But if it does what you want, then what more could you want?
That's why I'm still taping them on the box. But better than what I was a month ago, where I was handwriting everything.
Oh, so I used to do that. No,
I used to handwrite my own personal stuff as well. And it's just like it takes up so much longer, right?
Yeah.
And the ink on that laser printer as such, or not the ink as such, but it's so much cheaper as well in the long run. But it's just that initial cost. We don't want to pay that initial cost in a way, but we know in the sense it's kind of going to be like a lot lower. But it's great to get it for free kind of thing. And it's just like, wow, what a bargain.
Definitely.
You get saving money across the way. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's always what I would recommend. Get one. Yeah. There's a question for David from Lucy, asking how old you are for the first part.
Sure, yeah. 21. I have to do
21. And also asking about your gaming chair, where basically what I'm assuming where did you get it from?
And where did I get it from?
Yeah, apparently.
DX Racer, is it? That one? Yeah, there we go. DX Racer on the back there. Yeah. DX Racer Black Friday. Wait till Black Friday when we get it off. But if I'm honest, I wouldn't recommend them. They're more of a marketing tool in the sense of if you like kind of your esports teams and such. The best chair you can get, and you can get them, it's kind of like pre-owned, but they refurbish in a way. Ex-office kind of way. The Herman chairs, they're around £200, but they have full back support, full back rest. Worth it in the long run. But yeah, definitely, because nothing's more important than physical and mental health as such.
Definitely, yeah. That's like
Herman chairs, such,
yeah. That's definitely a good thing, especially with what resellers do a lot. Sit down a lot, quite a lot of the day, and just typing and or whatever profession you're in, because a lot of people are working from home, whatever profession, and they're sitting down a lot, so it's always good. I've got one, a similar type upstairs, and it's they're great. Car booting, Gary, it's basically like flea markets pretty much. Most of the car boots are on grass, can get some on the concrete. Sellers rock up in their cars, open their boots, and pull out their tables, and pay to do that, and then us as buyers go in with the distancing rules now, and go and buy their stuff for whatever price and try and bargain. A bit like what Felicia says there, flea markets.
It's similar to a yard sale, I guess, but with loads of people in one space. Yeah.
It's what I would love to have around my way is what Nick and Andrew have as jumble sale trails. I've never seen a single one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because they live in Hitchin, and I've been to Hitchin 2 or 3 times, and twice on meetups, and it's a good old type market town, and they've got quite a lot of different towns near them, and my sort of areas are more really built up, and I can't see them ever doing it, but it would be nice if they did, because it'd be good to get out in that respect. Reseller Kid's off now, apparently having an interview on adventures in reselling with Victoria. Okay, cool, good luck. Thanks for popping
in.
in.
All the live streams are going across now, aren't they? Been running for
that's the problem. That's what I was saying earlier, is you got to market your time to reselling or whatever business you do, with trying to sort of like think, right, set up your day. I know there's 4 or 5, especially on a Monday morning, where you get like sort of Tommy Bernard is live still from 3 o'clock till 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you got Kelly, Rod from Pommy Pickers in Australia, and then you've got like Shell, Staruni, and the Vinegar Jar, all from like 8:30 till 12 o'clock. And
Yeah, there'll be like a
I find
24/7 news channel soon, one for resellers only.
Yeah.
Have like a live channel constantly running. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you get sometimes on certain things, like live 24 hours. Yeah, but it's not great for your physical and mental well-being to sort of sit by a computer or on your phone, just like watching YouTube. You need to get out there or sort of like think, right, I'm gonna have 5-minute break, 10-minute break, because that's what I try and do.
Now they're starting to ease up a little bit on the lockdown. It's making things a bit easier, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people have been doing more. Yeah, it's just the fact that I find myself, I know YouTube probably be different, but I find if I've done a certain amount of work, I can pop into live streams, because I think I've done that certain amount of work recently, whether it's photographing or listing stuff or sourcing. And if I'm having a bit of lunch, I'll spend 5-10 minutes just watching a few videos. But yeah, I've been there all the time, quite a lot of time over years, where I've just sat and watched YouTube, and you think, oh damn, 4 hours have passed, what have I done? Not a lot. But
yeah, the YouTube algorithm's great at doing that, isn't it? It's just hooks you straight in. It's not even the algorithm, it's just the community that's built up also. It's just like everyone knows what people want. And even
definitely,
if it's similar content, we want it, right? And it's crazy how it works like that.
Yeah, it definitely is quite crazy.
I
Yeah.
not to pay too much attention to the YouTube algorithm. You know, I'm too busy on the eBay algorithm, let alone YouTube.
Trying to work that one, and that's how bad enough it is.
Trying to work that one. Yeah. I try and upload at least one video a week. That's sort of my target, you know.
Yeah.
So if I could get 2 in, then great. But at least one video a week.
Yeah, definitely. That's what people kind of come to expect. Yeah.
But I spend a lot of time editing. I try to spend a lot of time trying to make good content on one video and looking after the subscribers that I do have, I guess. Then just sort of banging out video after video after video after video.
If you do that, then it just decreases, right? You need obviously like constant quality. So.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I try.
If people like your content and what you're doing, then make a video and spend time on it. You know, get it how you want it to be. Yeah. And then let people kind of enjoy that. You know.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. I try and put 2 videos out a week within 7 days, and then 1 live video. But yeah, it's just spending time. Just say, right, I've got a few hours here to do a video, because that's what I like with the YouTube. You can schedule your videos to come out whenever you like, and it's the same with the eBay algorithm. You've sort of got to try and work out when the best time to put your listings out there and certain thing. But if you've got the core audience, I find that a lot of people like here as well, and if you can be friends with a lot of people from around the world, they'll pop in to whatever time you put out a video or live, like what people popped in here, because I'm quite far behind the chat now. I need to quickly grab up because it's just jumped. GemDM's popped in, because I think Peter Cummins, the Vinegar Jar, has finished. Thanks for popping in. Ashley Carruthers. If you're not subbed to Tom, TACSSHACK Tom, then do sub. It's down below in the description. Age popped in. I said Andrew's here as well. Okay, let's have a look down the chat. Laney's here. Thanks for popping in, Laney. Shiv has popped in. DBG. Let's have a look down there. So if you've got any questions, let me know. I'm trying to get down there. Laundrance Lofts popped in. Thanks for popping in. Neil as well. Cheers, Neil, for popping in. Oh, DBG's got a question for Tom. Is Tom wearing straps to hold up your britches?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could say that.
Fair enough. Let's have a look. Never been to a jumble? Check out on the internet where you live. Normally they're on beginning of the year. from January to March. You get your odd ones throughout the year.
As well, they're usually in your local church. If you go along to your local parish church or Methodist church and ask in there, they'll be able to tell you. But they're great. I bought a bucket load. Must have been, I don't even know how much. There was a lot there of Playmobil.
Yeah.
I paid I paid £5 for it at a jumbo sale, and I made a good markup on it. Jumbo sales, people tend to just want to kind of get rid of things.
Get rid of it, 10p each, 15p, yeah, straight done. Yeah.
It's a great way to like experiment as well, right? It's just like you can just buy anything you want, and it's just like, okay, this didn't work. Okay, I just wasted like 20 pence. Okay, great, whatever.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we been on 48 minutes already? Wow.
Yeah, 50 minutes. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Gem's originally from Bookham. That's not far from me. Oh, cool. Lives in Leeds. Fair enough. Always good to see locals. Let's have a look down the chat. Got any questions? Leeds. Sorry, just having a look. Trust Andrew. I think
I saw that earlier on,
is quite a dish. Trust Andrew.
Pulls up anyone
Zebra is the best investment you make for your business. Yep, indeed.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the MPB, but it's just getting enough money first to
make sure they're in stock.
The pennies in the PayPal accounts that I can afford right now. I'm not really, even though sales have been good, I need to be averaging a better sell rate first. But definitely, I mean, they're about £700, aren't they, or something like that?
Depends where you get them from. Yeah, you can see if you can get them on deals.
Yeah, well,
it ain't quite a bit, but yeah. Ashley popped in and says, "Can David share his secrets for his quizzing? Awesome quizzer."
Just have your family in the room at the same time, and there's so many people with like knowledge and whatnot, and they can all just chip in, right? That's a great.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'd tell you one tip as well. I wouldn't recommend if your phone is really good, because some phones aren't the best. But if your phone is really good at voice recognition, then just say it out rather than typing it. That's a good tip as well.
Yeah, that's what I try and do. Yeah. If I can actually remember what the answer is. But yeah, I'm not quizzing myself.
That might be a good way to list, actually.
Yeah, but the issue is then you have to read over it, and then it's always like the one weird word in the middle.
Yeah.
And if you have like a weird word, and then you get a non-described case, and it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you can do it, and then obviously just reread it over. But I always like to type it out, and then you know what you're writing as such.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Jimmy's popped in now. Pop in, Jimmy. Yeah, I think what most people do is what Shiv was saying about the YouTube in the evenings, because when they've done what they need to do during the day, is they pop it on, because who really watches TV these days? Not many.
Yeah, I haven't watched the TV since Reselling, that's for sure. I don't have time.
No.
YouTube, that's it.
Too many things to do, look after kids.
Yeah, I only watch like the highlights that come on YouTube, like the highlights for TV channels and stuff like this. So that's all I watch. Really.
Yeah, what about the football though? Are you into football, either of you?
No, I'm not a big football fan. I got to be honest. But I'll buy football stuff if it sells. You know,
yeah, same with tops, t-shirts, match tax. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a big football fan. No, my son is. He supports Arsenal.
Oh,
he likes Arsenal, but. Yeah,
I'm a Chelsea fan. Yeah, it's
right. It means nothing to me, mate. Honestly, I don't even know what offside means. So you know.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, I thought I'd ask. And what about yourself, David? You into football or?
I'm into football. I support Chelsea also, but not my local team. But the era of your stuff with like Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, and stuff like this. Around about like 2008 to like kind of 2010 range. And then I've been like less involved with it, and then more involved with my local team. Just to answer Lynn's question there, yes, I am from Teesside, in the local area from there. I used to have a season ticket around a while back, but the cost of them are quite high.
Yeah, a horrible cost.
Even as like an under 18 ticket, and for being in like the second division, it cost like £300 a year, and I was like, wow, this is ridiculous, just for football matches. And kind of sometimes you don't want to go at the match, and you feel like you have a commitment if you have the season ticket.
Yeah, commitment. Yeah,
every match, and you don't want to, especially the late night matches at like 7:45 on a Tuesday.
Oh god, they're going to work right late. Yeah, especially for teams losing badly, and you're like,
Yeah. And then the cost of like burgers, you go in and you buy a burger for about £6,
Oh
and
God,
you have a
yeah.
bag of chips for £3, and then there's your £10 just on a meal, right? And that's like so much every day.
Yeah,
So even
and-
when you buy season ticket, you're still paying for more. So I
yeah,
just
you're not
watch
the most
it on
healthy,
on
really.
YouTube and such and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or keep up with the live scores or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I always get live scores, yeah, because I watch. I watch it. I've not been to football for years, but yeah, as I say, it's quite a lot of cost. I see Andrew's popped in your link there, Tom, for your channel.
Thanks, Andrew.
Do go and subscribe.
Yeah, music and rugby is my thing, really.
That's
about
cool,
it.
yeah.
I've got a bit of lag. I've got a bit of lag, Andrew. I've had to shut the other computer down, so I apologise if it sounds like I'm interrupting you, David. I'm not. It's just the lag, man.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I had no interruptions on my side. Don't worry about it. Didn't see anything.
Carla's popped in there saying, nice to hear a good, strong Brizzle accent. String.
Yes.
Yeah, strong, yeah.
You right, me babbers?
So, how's your sales been today, Tom, says Lucy.
Well, I've got to be honest, Lucy. Since I went over to a shop, it's been shocking. And I've not been listing. I've listed maybe 2 things since Friday. I bought a Lego haul, and it was the worst thing I've done in my life. And I'm absolutely not enjoying it as much as I thought I would. So I've been. I was going to break it down and sell it by the part number, but I've decided just to sell it as color lots. Excuse me. But sales of generally the last few weeks have been really, really good. Like I said,
yeah, that's good.
400 last week, 1,200 the week before that. But today the weekend has been quite slow. But I mean, I find that when I'm active on eBay, I tend to get more sales. If I'm not active, I don't get sales. And
it's just keeping that algorithm going. You're active, yeah. Whatever you're doing, if it's listing or whatever else, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't listed for days, and then I put 2 items up yesterday, and then got sort of 2 sales straight away.
Yeah,
kind of how it works, isn't it? So I try and stay active when I am. Sales are up, but when I'm not,
even if it's just checking items or putting promotions on, or even just sorting out your list.
Doing your feedback.
Anything that really helps. With the algorithm on eBay. But it's that thing, as you said earlier, Tom, about you are not having lots of stock. But it's like when you get to another car boot or get to a charity shop or whatever. What I find myself is that I'm back before lockdown. I was sort of like picking and choosing what I picked up. But I have found, like last few weeks, I can't be choosy. If it's going to make me double what I pick up, that's it, I pick it up, wherever it is.
Yeah, the same mate. Yeah, I've been picking up things left, right and centre that I would normally sort of pick up, and they've been selling, so I bought them again. It's not...
Yes. It's the same for me, like when I've been taking offers, like beginning of the lockdown, I was taking a lot of offers. I'm still doing that now and making sure I took a good offer. I said I make some money on, that's it, get it shifted, done.
Yeah, I send out offers quite a lot. Doing things like feedback, offers, and just using the tools that eBay provides you with on your seller hub. Like promoted listings.
Totally. Yeah, you've got.
Find that really helps.
Yeah, what times do you send out your offers though?
If you buy in something for 25p and you're selling it for 19.99, I don't mind paying eBay another 3% to promote the sell.
Yeah, as long as it promotes it up, you've got to remember the algorithm for promotions only lasts a certain amount of time. So that's why I only put my promotions on for a week, Sunday to Sunday.
I send out my offers about 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. When
people are at home,
Yeah, so that's kind of the best time. And if I do auctions, I tend to start them sort of the same time, so they end.
At the same time. When you can check. Yeah, because we've auctions. I sort of like.
When people are, when people have had their tea, kids are.
Yeah, just sitting down, relax for the evening. Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice. I love that. That's kind of
it's just remembering to check your auctions that you got on, like still what they're doing. But it's fine as long as it's to sell for good money. It's okay. But I find auctions a bit hit and miss for me. when I do them.
Yeah, well, I've got about 50 books listed at the minute. They're all
Yeah.
kind of low-selling books. I find that every time I sell a book, I get a sell on something else. I think once you get a sell, it kind of triggers something off and brings people to your store. I don't know how that works, but that's what works for me. Really easy to list. It took me an hour to list 50 books. Really low descriptions. Just scan, sell similar.
Yeah,
and I'm selling
through,
books. I must have sold like, I don't know how many books, but I'm always selling books. And every time I sell a book, I get another sell. So that kind of works for me as well. If you've got little things in your shop that you can sell for a few quid just to attract people to your shop, then it's worth doing. Because once they're in your store, in your shop,
once in the store, definitely. Yeah. And that's what it's a bit like having Facebook groups and pages and Instagram and YouTube, and obviously showing stuff, and then people message you. That's what I've kind of built up a little bit, not as much as some of the other resellers, but just a little bit. People ask me, and then sometimes I get stuff sent to me in the post randomly. I'm like, who's that from? And then they put their name on. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. Like what Nick and Andrew have, if they get lots of stuff sent to them. So it's like good to build up the sort of algorithm in that way. And then obviously I spent quite a long time when I first started YouTube back from like May 17 upwards, ingratiating myself with like other resellers, like the Americans over there. I know a lot of their content doesn't resonate with me because obviously it's different over there, but it's just having a community, building people so they can come to the channel, or even because I've got a fair amount of Americans that I chat to online away from the chat, YouTube and stuff. We have a great conversations and see what we're up to, and just a nice way, because obviously, as you say, reselling is a very lonely business. So obviously I live at home with my parents, and if I don't make the effort myself, nothing's going to get done, to be honest. So there's no one going to kick me in the head and go get it done. It's just me who's got to get it and done, in and out and do it, whatever else. That's what I've been missing really.
I think eBay is great for like this external motivation, right? Because once we sell an item, we're kind of like, okay, we have to send this item off, otherwise we're getting negative feedback if we don't sell it like within a day or so. And the great thing about this is we often sometimes don't have like the sense of feeling this motivation, but if we have the push from like buyers buying, then we actually have the sense of doing something and we need to do it. And just previously to add on from the fact of the algorithm, we can all get caught up in it. It's crazy. There's so many algorithms for every site. But like I said there for eBay, like you said there, when someone buys a product from you, they're more likely to buy another product. There's something in eBay where you it's basically they recommend the seller you've just bought from. So you if they bought, like you said, a book from you, and they searched an item that you also had on the store, in just general search, your listing will actually show up higher than other items. Your item lists higher than other items as such, and that's something within the algorithm there.
Yeah, totally.
There's one thing I have found. There's one thing I have to say, Peter. There's one thing I have found that works. And if I want, say, there's a product and I want 25 quid for this item.
Yeah.
I'll list it for $29.99 or $31.99, and then I'll wait till it develops some watchers, and then I'll knock 4 or 5% off, and then they tend to bite, and then I get the price.
Yeah, that's always a good way. Yeah.
So I always up my price first. Wait till I've got some, like bait. Wait till I got a few biters, and then I'll drop the price.
Reel them in,
And then I tend to get sales that way as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way of doing it. Yeah, because that's what it's basically like, just reeling them in, and then having them to stay on your store. And
that's it. And then you drop the price. They think they're getting a good deal. They are getting a good deal anyway. So I always kind of add my pricings from sold listings, and you're getting what you wanted anyway. And I always put offers on my listings as well.
Same.
Because when somebody makes an offer, it's telling eBay that somebody's attracted to your store. And once and if you don't have to accept the offer, you just tell them the price that you want for it, and let them decline it if they want. But eBay, it's similar to YouTube in some ways. eBay sees it as your activity in your store, all this is hearsay, by the way. There
Oh,
is
of course,
no
yeah, it's just,
magic wand.
yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the stuff that I've picked up. I had a business coach for years on my plumbing business, Andrew Cousins from Action Coach, and he taught me about systems. So I developed systems that run my business for me. This is how I run my plumbing company, and the plumbing company was quite successful. So I've basically developed a testing and measuring system that tells me my conversion rate through my marketing strategies. And what I've done is I've taken that system and I've applied it to eBay. So I in a way that I have my activity one day to sales the next day, and all the little things that I do on eBay, I take note and I kind of record that, and it tells me what kind of works and what doesn't, and it allows me to keep a track on when I'm getting my best sales. So things like if you spend 8 hours listing, you might only get one sale, but
True,
the more
definitely.
you can spend 1 hour listing, 10 minutes doing feedback, a few minutes answering some messages that people have sent you, a few minutes declining and sending out offers, and doing a bit of this and doing a bit of that. The next thing you know, you're pushing 15 items out your door. You know, it's not about time that you spend on eBay, it's the amount of productivity that you put into the store that develops sales. That's what I've discovered anyway. And it's great. I have I had that £1,200 worth of sales the other week there. It was packed, my doorway. The post office loved me. I went there with so much stuff. But I was active every single day for a minimum of an hour on eBay. That was it. And it was funny though, because when I switched over to shop, it all stopped. It was almost like I was a new seller again.
Yeah, you got to go for algorithm again and again. Yeah,
it's like you had to start again.
Indeed.
That was quite frustrating, especially when you're promoting sales and doing it that way. Just be active.
That's pretty much what it is.
Just add on that as well. I think the offers as such, I think, is automatically applied to being declined if set amount, right? I think sometimes it's automatically kind of set to this, and I think we kind of need to avoid this because, like you said, that communication, that one-to-one with eBay on the site and saying on the site is really important. So if you make sure you obviously to turn that off, because that's not like the best thing to look at. And you can always work with the buyer, right? Even if you start low.
If I buy that for 50 quid and someone offers me a fiver, I'm like, jog on.
Don't go like too like high on it or something like this. Just obviously, if someone says 10% of the cut,
50 pounds, I probably only want 35 to 40 for it anyway. So if he offers me 5, I offer him 40. He still thinks he's getting a good deal, but I'm getting my asking price anyway, and it usually 5. You know.
Yeah, as well. I think like depends how long you had the item anyway. Like I say, if you're gonna make a good profit out of it, then accept their offer. Because that's what I've been doing. That's what quite a lot of times, accepting offers. It's like done outdoor.
I enjoy looking at things. I enjoy looking at things on the shelf. You know.
You can't get rid of them. Yeah.
I quite like some certain things I'm like, I'll keep that. I like.
You feel good, kind of, as well. You've got the stock, and you're like, I've still got this stock. I might be able to get a little bit more money for it, kind of thing. You sometimes suffer from that. You can kind of think,
I'll definitely,
more.
It's like when other resellers, as you see on YouTube, they're selling a certain amount of stuff, and you've got pretty much the same stuff, and they're shifting it out the door, and you're thinking, hang on a minute, mine's been listed at X amount of time. What's going up? And then obviously you got to go and check it, sort it out, and do with bits and pieces. But it's just it kind of gets you thinking. And then that leads into one thing
I want to say quickly, Peter. I'm sorry to keep interrupting.
No, that's fine.
If you have an issue like that where you're struggling with sales, one thing that works for me is bulk editing. Not necessarily editing your listing, but selecting all your listing, then select edit, and it brings down a drop-down box of all your listings, and then do select all, and then save changes, and it just refreshes your store. People say that eBay can do it, that you can ring eBay and they will refresh your store. Well, I've looked into it, and that is all they do. They bulk edit your listings and then save changes. Yeah, and that's how you refresh your store. And I do that once a week.
Once a week. Yes, it's always a good thing to do. It's
easy to do. It only takes 5 minutes.
pretty much. I'll just quickly go through the chat. Tea Cakes have been lurking. That's popping in. Apple Core Productions has popped in, and saying, "Is this the same Mr. Blobby from Let's Get Quizzical?"
Indeed.
Yeah. And so, David, how did you find the reseller community on YouTube?
Sure. So, as a marketer, as such, and I kind of just been like on YouTube because you obviously have a YouTube account, or many people have, or my generation have a YouTube account, for around about like 8 years or so now, and you kind of just watch videos, and obviously the algorithm on YouTube is quite good of attracting you and knowing what you want. And when I was kind of like looking at like reseller videos and kind of making money, because there's always one point where we in our life we search for how to make money or something along these lines. We always search for at one point.
Yeah.
And then this just like hits one, because I really think if someone searches for how to make money, they're really keen for it. And even if you just search it once, it's really promoted to push out content like this for you. And then I probably want to say that I was like watching car boot videos because it's kind of like a hobby, right? And then I kind of just saw more and more car boot videos from here. I was watching mainly car boot videos from like video games and buying video games for a high price. For a low price and buying high as such. And people just collecting for that way. And then you get like strange videos recommended to you. So you get like you're nicking around your heels and stuff like this. And then you get George shouting coming through in this. But yeah, you just get these recommended videos that are coming through like Ara and whatnot. But yeah, this is just basically how it comes through, just recommendations and a full algorithm as such. But
that's good. Yeah.
These pesky
always a good thing though. Yeah.
So.
Because obviously, like over the last year or two, the community is really bulked up. Because as I was saying to Tom earlier, it's about like when I started watching back in beginning of summer of 16, there was only 10 UK YouTubers, and looking at Jersey and Bex and some of the others, and I was like, fair enough, and I sort of was on their channels here and there, and then over the years, since that, it's just grown into a great community. As we have now, we have many people doing different types of videos and streams, and it's good. It's good to be able to interact with people, as well as like different types of meetups. Because I've been to 3 meetups, 2 in Hitchin and 1 in Bristol, which I've done videos on my channel, and even they're great. As well as doing these streams as well, putting names to faces, it's great to actually meet people, like-minded people who actually understand. Because we've all got friends where you think you're quite bonkers doing reselling. Why would you do that? Hoard stuff in your house or in your unit, and then or wherever. But then you get other friends on YouTube, and you kind of meet out and about or at meetups, and if they sort of resonate with you, what's like what you're selling or this, that, and the other, they understand everything. But yeah, it's great community. As I say, I wouldn't know where I'd be at. I wouldn't know myself where I would be without
identification, isn't it? Yeah, definitely good to have that identification, isn't it? Because I got family members that say to me, "Well, you should be out plumbing and earning more money. What you're doing is a waste of time." It's not about the money. Do you know what? Actually, reselling can be very profitable, right? But it's not about the money. It's about the quality of life. I don't,
Correct,
one day you're going to be dead. That's the end of it. I'd rather spend quality time with my family and make enough money to live than to work my absolute balls off for somebody else to have a mansion and a nice car, and for what? To be driven into the ground, and then when you're dead, it's all gone anyway. What's the point of that?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I'd rather play the guitar, hang out with my family, do some YouTube videos, post some stuff online, make a bit of money. As long as you pay your bills and
pay your bills is fine. You can see your kids grow up then, and whatever they do.
For them, why not?
Because obviously, if you're working, as you've got kids, like it's like you'll be working, they'll be doing whatever else at school or things. You miss a lot of things in their life, but as you're reselling, you can just pick and choose and go, oh, my son's or whatever's got this play at school, I can go to that one, or doing this hobby or whatever. It's great. Obviously, I'm a single, so I don't have that thing, but yeah. Just have a look in the chat. I think DBG says she's off. She's probably in DBG. Any questions? We'll be on about another 5-10 minutes. he has to get his plug in, doesn't he? Don't forget, Drinking with Andrew's back again for Carnage. Shivers popped in again. Green Bear Peaks Resell Hank's popping in. Everyone's their own person, indeed. Yep, and they have their own idea and what they do on their businesses or in their life, and it's great. But I always enjoy seeing a lot of people what they're doing on YouTube or chat to people, because I chat to people in a lot of various ways for resellers and stuff, and it's always nice to be able to chat to people, because if you're having a bad day or you're down, and then you can go and chat to, like your Discord, you can go and chat to people in there, and I'm not feeling great, this, that and the other. Yeah, so it's a bit like about this lockdown. It's a lot of people are not feeling that great, never know what day it is or this, that and the other. But it's great. The reselling community can actually adhere to this. You can basically, because they're pretty much friendly, everyone's friendly, like in this community. Yeah, you get a few odd idiots, that's just a given, but it's just the fact you can go to certain people like Nick or me or someone and just chat away. My door is always open. Anyone who wants to chat to me, either whether it's via my Facebook page or YouTube or whatever, do. Don't be afraid. It's like when you see me out and about, when I get back out, like people have, and they said, "Oh, I saw you at so-and-so, but I was too afraid to approach." Don't be afraid. And obviously, at the moment, with the distancing rules, just stay like 2 meters away and all that, but just say hello. And say, hello, and I go, and then you go, I've seen you through so-and-so, my name is... Cool, yeah, it's always good. I always try and give people shout outs on my videos from if I see people out and about. So yeah, don't be afraid. Let's have a look. Apple Core says, well said, Peter. Great community, everyone is welcome. Plus it's great to know that I'm not the only one making stupid mistakes. No, we've all done it. It's just we learn from the mistakes. And you grow as a person, and you grow as a reseller. You learn what you're sort of doing wrong, whether it's postage or you're buying the wrong item, or you got this too high, or you learn. That's always a good thing. Let's have a look in the chats.
Just to add on to that as such, I've been looking into a few industries as well. So it's mainly within like the industries of business as such. And you mainly see that the fact that people only connect with others or only network with others that are kind of higher up than them or on similar levels. And they don't work with those people that don't have as much experience or as much time within a certain area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now that doesn't mean that they don't have enough skill set or enough ideas. They could have an idea that you don't know about. And I think this is like the reselling community, right? We can start from nothing, or we can just be 2 months into it, or we can be like so many years into it. And we still pick up something. There's always something to pick up from someone else. And this is a great thing. And I think the community is here to pick up on anyone, no matter what your size is. Whereas industry, you can kind of feel left out as such. But this is a great thing about the community, like having that involvement, and you're all involved as such.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. Anyone's welcome, and anyone's whatever size they are. Even if they're like done it for years and making X amount, it doesn't matter if you've only just started. It's always a good thing. Because obviously we all watch different types of YouTubers who make an X amount and that, and people just started. It's a great balance to help out. As what I say, I was helped out the same way by people like Nick and Z and others when I first started. I just want to be able to bring that to this channel and try and help people who are struggling a little bit, whether it's life or reselling or other stuff, and try and give them tips and ideas. And because as I say, all my doors are always open to have a chat with people. That's why it's great about like getting people, like being in the community. The more you're in the community and chatting to people, the more you sort of like, in one respect, gain more knowledge about different types of items, and you can go through and be able to source that more and gain a lot of contacts that way. And then the other way is basically just being able to have someone to talk to. As I say, it's a very lonely place, but it depends where you live, because obviously Tom lives in the country, and Obviously, he's got his family, but how far would you say, Tom, you're from the next town or village?
Probably only half an hour drive.
Yeah.
Probably only a half an hour drive. Yeah, it's not like, I mean, Ripon, I live in Ripon. Ripon's a town, you know, it's a very, very small town, but it is a town. But we live on the outskirts of Ripon. I've got one neighbour. That's basically it. I live in the middle of a farm. So about half an hour. But yeah, the major sort of city is probably Leeds. That's a good hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, right.
Drive. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bradford.
Yeah.
Further up. Like my Carboot that I go to is Bradford Airport, which takes forever to get there. So
yeah.
But apparently, I've been told there's one in Otley as well, which is not too far from there. So I have to check.
That's another thing, though, as well with the reselling community. As you say, you've been told another one, and a lot of people do like to help you out. They say because they've seen where you're from.
Charity shop there, Peter, as well. It's because it is a spa town. It's very affluent. It's quite there's a lot of money in Harrogate.
Harrogate. Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. So the charity shops, you can get good produce from there. You can get quite desirable items that you know people in London or other parts of the UK would like to get their hands on, and they're cheaper. It's cheaper than.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Which is quite nice. Like I picked up a Russell Hobbs red and black food smoothie maker for £5. You know what I mean? I mean that I'll be able to sell that for sort of 40 quid. No worries. But it's good. A good product here.
Yeah.
For reasonable prices.
It's always a good thing. As I say, where I'm from, it's just
The charity the prices are getting higher, aren't they? So
they are. Yeah, it's just that at the moment, like they're opening. Most of them should be open on Monday, if they're okay, like with the shops and stuff. But it's not knowing what's in them because obviously they've got to have their stock. They bring in for 72 hours. They've got to just kind of leave it. But it's just like even before that they were getting quite high prices. I know my locals and ones that I go to from a certain mileage can be just next level prices, but that means you have to look extra hard, really hard to actually find the unique items, and that's why you're always learning to find that unique item that you probably walk past 50, 60 times. Like if you watch people's reselling videos, for example, Nick and Andrew, they put out a car boot video, and you could probably flick through it or look through the whole thing and go, he missed so-and-so, you missed that. But that's just a keen eye, that stuff you know about. It's like when I started getting into clothes about a year or a year and a half back. I didn't know what I was really doing. But since then, I've built up quite a good knowledge. I watched quite a few different resellers who deal in clothes. And I've sold quite a few. At the moment, I'm selling quite a lot of golfing trousers and jackets and stuff. It's just because people are going back to playing golf. But it's just having that knowledge to branch out from, because I started when I got my shop and started properly doing it. I was into gaming, so as I'm a gaming collector, and I was selling like back in end of 16, beginning of 17. I was picking up PS2s, PS1s, games, etc. for very cheap. I used to have about 15 or 20 each. Like go to a car boot, pick up like 5 or 6 PS2s. Yeah, fair enough. The odd one weren't working, but then you pick up quite a few that were. Stick a few games, got a good value. But these days, they want X amount. It's like what you said earlier about Facebook Marketplace. Oh god, it's just a pain in the bum. I sent out about 50, 60 messages over the last 2 weeks. I've had about 4 pickups. One of those was rubbish. I've got a video to edit on that one, which will be out soon. And it's just like I just can't grab the fact that people just say, "Oh no, it's gone," or "I'm not posting, I'm not doing this." Not like, well, put it on your listing. It'll be a lot easier. I won't message you. But what do you think of Facebook, though, Tom? The marketplace. Any good deals on Facebook, or is it?
Oh yeah, I've picked up loads of stuff. but it's like you say, it's never described exactly. You know,
No, we
I
never
picked
do.
up,
No,
I think
that's the problem.
there's some Lego for 25 quid. It was meant to be 5 kilograms in. I put it on the scales and it was 3.5 kilograms. You know, in
Yeah, but you're trying to jack up. Yeah.
yeah. I just want to give a tip actually for that. If you're buying something via Facebook Marketplace, make sure you put it through your business. Make sure you send it through PayPal as a business, because that
Yeah,
percentage
definitely.
you pay is your insurance. If you do family and friends and you get a product that you're not happy with, PayPal cannot defend your case because you
Correct.
put it
Yeah.
through as family and friends. If they want the full amount, then pay the extra 3% because that's your insurance if you get the wrong product. If it's broke
Yeah.
or you're not happy, you can say to
Oh, totally. Yeah.
PayPal, you know, I bought this, the item's not described what it is, I don't want it, the person won't have it back, and then you're able to get your refund off of PayPal, because that's what that 3% is. That is
Yeah, of
your
course. Yeah.
lifeline. That is your insurance through PayPal. So if people say to you, as soon as somebody says to me on Marketplace, can you put it through PayPal's friends and family? I say, no, I don't want it, because I know what I'm going to pick up.
Well,
It's
yeah.
going to be not, you know, I'll say, no, I'll pay the extra to cover the 3%. You know, I don't mind doing that. And then if I'm not happy with it, then
Yeah, you can get
I send
your
it
money
back.
back.
Say, I'm
Yeah, a
not
lot
happy
of
with it.
sellers on Facebook
They say, well, you're not, because Facebook's like a war zone. They say, oh, well, you got it through Facebook, so, you know, it is how you see it. No, it's
Oh,
not.
of course, yeah. It
Actually,
depends what
because
you're
I paid through
searching. Yeah.
business, I've got my insurance, and I'll ring PayPal and I'll dispute the case and I'll get my money back that way. And as a result, you'll lose the product. So you either give me my money back or I get the money back and
It's
I
a
keep
minefield,
the product.
Facebook.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just a
you know,
lot
they
of
need to work.
Facebook. It's just a lot of inexperienced sellers who can't be bothered to do what we do. Just stick it on there and that's it.
Yeah. I picked up talking about Facebook pickups. I picked up a Wii bundle for 50 quid.
Oh yeah,
And it
because
had
they're
a
going well at the
brand
moment.
new, it had a brand new Wii board, all boxed and sealed. New
Oh, wow.
games boxed and sealed. Had 3 Wii consoles,
Yeah.
motion controllers,
Yeah.
knuckles, and I've made an absolute. I mean, the
Sweet.
Wii board alone, I sold for 85 quid with the Wii Fit game. I could not
Excellent.
believe. If you watch my last video for last week, I've got it on there.
Right, I'll catch
couldn't
up on that
believe
one,
I
yeah.
got that sort of price for it. I mean, that'll soon go out the window next week when CEX open back up. And I sold a black Wii console with knuckle and motion with one game for $59.99 for stupid money.
Yeah,
Anyway,
oh, it
so
is.
all
Yeah.
that Wii stuff is an absolute killer on. So you can get good
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I'm not knocking
off
it. You
of
can get some good stuff.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
You do need to be really active on it to be able to be first in to get it. And you also need to just make sure that you pay correctly. You know, don't do cash, pay PayPal and pay the insurance, because then you're covered.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Anyway, Peter, I'm going to have to go, mate. So I said to my wife, I'll only be on an hour.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate.
I'm flies,
Yeah, we
isn't
get
it, when you're
chatting,
just
yeah.
having like this, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always appreciated popping on, Tom. If you haven't subscribed to Tom, then the link is in the description below, and I'll put it on the comments as well. Check out his videos, give him a lovely comment, etc.
Yeah, I just want to say as well before I go, just like a big shout out to all my subscribers, man. You guys have been so awesome supporting me and commenting, and I really do value you and appreciate your feedback, even the negative feedback as well, because I'm open to constructive criticism. And
well, cool.
To be fair, I'm
to help you through the way. Yeah,
has been great. So thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'll be putting a video up again next week, so stay tuned for that.
Will do.
Yeah, subscribe, enjoy the journey, keep on picking, and I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, cheers for popping on.
Yep. See you around, yeah.
All right, lovely. I'll just quickly go through the chat and then we'll end the stream. Let's have a look. Chiven Timber says, "You're such a great person, Peter. People think I love you." Yeah, they do. That's what makes it really. Been lurker for a while, says John. So I've learnt plenty from your videos, Peter, as well as many others. Cheers, John. Thanks for popping on. Appreciate it. The Triple Leaders here. Let's have a look. Quickly go through a few. There. So Apricot just subscribed to Tom. Lovely. A brilliant Jeff Hayes has popped in. just about to end the stream. You can watch it back as well and subscribe to all the people here. Let's have a look. And so, David, when do you think you'll be starting your channel if you do the reselling side of things?
Well, the switch will be on a different channel.
Yeah, of course.
The channel is going to be not on this channel. The reason for this is just algorithm based, because I've had the channel for like 8 years now, and I've had subs. And I believe that the fact of if you have subs and you've had the channel for a while, it can be quite hard to push the channel. But when you sign up as a new channel, you get a like initial boost. So the channel will be launched soon. From that, and it's going to be mainly like tips from videos as such. And I see kind of like a lot of resellers saying, okay, source on eBay, source on Facebook, and source on like these marketplaces. But it's like, okay, we can do this, but like, how can we use it effectively, right?
True, indeed, yeah.
And what in what ways can we use it in an effective manner? So we can say use it, because it is a great tool. It's not just for us to sell on; it's also a buying tool.
Buying as well, yeah.
And the great thing about it is you need to be there first, just like Facebook. You need to be there first on some of the items. So one of the tips I will give now is if you go onto eBay, search an item, and put the item then onto newly listed. And then you can see the newly listed items and look at the ones that have best offer on, because you literally just go straight to the people that have just listed their items, and you can go on to the best offer, and you can work with that buyer. You can work with that seller, and you're the first one there. You know there's not going to be many people that are already working with that person, and you can get something for a great price. Some people don't know the value of stuff, so you work with that person. Just look at it at a point of newly listed, because that's the way kind of Facebook Marketplace works. So use eBay in the way that Facebook Marketplace works, and try use Facebook as way of eBay works. I know that's quite hard, but try and use platforms in a way that other platforms are used, and see how that works and test that out, kind of thing. But yeah, I totally understand that Facebook needs to be changed, and I think Facebook needs to adopt like the eBay approach of kind of
definitely.
like they need an automated system, right, where you buy like a checkout. So it's like a checkout process, and it automatically goes straight through to PayPal. And then you have coverage from there, and then the items automatically deleted off the system, because there's a load of stuff on Facebook, and it's just like, oh, yeah, we've already sold this. It's gonna be bothered deleting it, and they don't want your message to say, oh yeah, is this available? And we don't want that time waste. So yeah, if Facebook can change something about that, then yeah, that's great.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what I found over the last few weeks. Spent too much time like with time wasters. It's as you say, it needs to be changed. Sooner the better, really. But as I say, that's what I'm doing more of eBay sniping and checking out Facebook and other places. I've been doing that quite a while before, but more since beginning of middle of March. So it's worked well.
It's something that we've had to do at source as such.
Yeah, try and
another
do all
recommendation
sorts,
there is as well. List your Little Britain stuff now and come fly with it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, people saying it. Yeah.
I managed to buy, so obviously when I registered as a business as such, I managed to buy about 20 copies of Come Fly with me for a unit price of about £6 each.
Wow.
And those are going for about £40. So it might fluctuate like slightly down to like 30, but I know the supply, and that's quite weak at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you have any stock of that, then that's perfect. The Little Britain one you really want to look out for is number 3. But if you have the whole set, that's going to be better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to know these things, and always good to know like with what things can sell when, because obviously with what's happening with the Little Britons and some of the other ones, and that is it's only realistically such a small window.
Yeah.
As we say, especially with the Nintendo Wii stuff, it's only a small window that we've had a few months. As soon as everyone goes back, and then it will drop down. But as what you're saying, go and get it and do your research first. So
it's similar with the Christmas stock as well. So kids like don't want products after Christmas, or you're buying Christmas like physical items, as in like Christmas decorations. People list them in like January and February. So you buy them then, and you keep them then for like obviously November, December time, and then
of course do.
So that's something.
Definitely, it's always a good tip. Yeah, appreciate that. Cheers for that, Joan. Much appreciated. Let's quickly go down there and have a look. Nice tips. There's Apple Core there. Just drop me a link when you do sort out your channel and stuff, David, and I'll get watching those videos.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to do another video one time, maybe on a set subject or something, maybe about how to stay motivated on eBay.
Yeah,
selling
just
on
message
eBay
me,
or
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Get it sorted out.
We'll sort something out. Yeah. Because I know
Yeah,
these
that'd be
places, so we can often talk about something and it often just goes into a sidetrack or something else.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be good to talk to you again because I'm always looking to talk to various resellers, not just the main resellers, but others and different that. So thanks everyone for popping in. Appreciate that. Let's have a look. Yeah, appreciate that. So do go and subscribe to Tom's channel as well as down in the comments below. Thanks Tom and David for popping on. Always appreciated to put a name to a face basically because obviously you can't see half the people in the side chat.
Yeah.
So we'll get that sorted out soon to chat to David again. So like, share and subscribe and catch you later. Take care.
See you folks. Bye.